This video is to give hope to people who might be on medication of some sort. What I can assure you is true, and something I found out quite late. But at this time of night, and any time of life, it's good to share this information and get it over quite unattached, really, and without any further cost or any further ado. I'll share with you what I can, but really it's over to you, the viewer, whether you have to act on it or whether you wish, but you should wish to. When something goes wrong in your life and you end up in front of a psychiatrist, it can usually be a little bit later than I need to make my first appointment, or someone needs to excuse me, my friend, can you make my appointment with me, mum or dad or whatever. What you find is that you are skipping and jumping and things are knocking you on the feet straight away. The services we have in this country are cheap, but the treatment isn't free. So I'll tell you what I found and try and be succinct about it. When you're given an antipsychotic, which is one of the stronger things that the medical health people have, it is a suppressant, a proper suppressant, and it hits you hard. That might be where it hits you hard, and it controls. And it isn't pro-reactive. It isn't a designer drug for making you think more, making you more intelligent. It is far from it. But in the process of giving you that treatment, and still going the right way round, what it does is it takes charge of a major part of the physiology, and it controls it. It suppresses it. Now, what I try to explain to you is when you're dealing with things on your own, and this can happen from that day until the next one, and on and on and on. You are trying to work something out that either didn't happen, did happen, was or wasn't your fault. If you're despicable, you might deserve it, but you might have a pattern that is going on in your mind which can't be changed, because really you're a wonderful human being, and you should be able to live the life into the shape that you received up until the point when you start getting thumped. Now, what I suggest to you is that this causes a deficit, which is a shortage of vital nutrients, vital body tissue, wherever it is in whatever depth you gauge yourself, whether you're this big or very small. It causes a deficit. The antipsychotic tries to rebalance your understanding of what's going on. Now, what I suggest to you is that it doesn't happen, but if you get a hair mineral test, it doesn't show up on a blood test. The blood test won't carry this information. A hair mineral test can show you what is actually going on nutritionally. Get this, nutritionally inside. From that, you can ascertain, or you can get back and have a look at what the deal is, and this is what the deal might look like to you. But don't let my continuation of this conversation divert you from what £69 can spend on getting you probably the best, straightest deal you've seen in your life, and a better return than odd people or odd things that don't answer and might have got you in this stuck in the first place. If it shows you've got a deficit, you can buy simple nutrients, minerals that can replace this shortage in your body tissue, which your headingly mind interests might be very grateful for. the trouble you might find you have is when you can see the deficit, is the other side of it is this suppressant will control everything, including your ability to get away from, to step out of it, to come out of this this suppressed state. So the desire would be to offer the good and remove the lesser good, balance, which isn't comfortable, and it's not. You might think this is a terrible concept, but these things are supposed to be, and you could take it to your doctor, non-addictive, which also means that isn't supposed to be a holiday for him to see the sunlight. That is supposed to be a journey of health for you, and resurgence in better health, which we are human beings. We live till we're 80 years old. It's in a state interest as well, that that for future planning, and you can do future planning from this. So you get hold of your nutrients, and then you work out how you as a person, that is you, yeah, that is all of them, that's cocky you, how you are going to put back your life together again, So I wish you well, and I hope this gets out to some other people, but it is very important, it's trustworthy. If you're on the harder end of these things, I'll tell you why it's important, because the NHS does not do freelance work, so they won't find these products, pop them in your email box, and send a care worker around to or a health advisor around to see how you're doing at the moment, and to coach you out. And this is why you can trust it. Did they ever resolve the problem in the first place? Did they ever sit with you and help you find, apart from dissipation of words, a permanent healing or a permanent peace of mind for the Nazi thing that went on to begin with, the nasty thing that went on to begin with? That, I hope you find this faithful. I look to the Lord for a better dissipation of the words that I can put in prayer to Him, and that is the design. That's it, really. All right. Good night and good wishes.